Hello, dear teacher. My name is Edita Ramon. Today I'm going to talk about types of verbs. As we know, verbs are used to describe an action, state, occurrence, etc. In English language, main verbs are classified into 5 categories: intransitive, transitive, distransitive, ditransitive, copular, and linking verbs. The first one, intransitive verbs, are English verbs that cannot or do not take object. They do not have complement at all. It involves just a participant. This verb can indicate an action without the necessity of an object. For example, my dogs fell. This verb, fell, is an intransitive verb because it does not require an object for the sentence to make sense. Now, the next example is her parents died. Verbs like die, in this case, it is impossible for an object to follow the verb. You certainly can die something, so this verb is an intransitive verb. The last example is it rained all night. In this case, the verb rained is an intransitive verb because it does not take an object. Adding at verbs like quickly or all night modified the verb, but does not change its meaning. So these parts of the speech are not nouns, which means they are not direct object. Here we have some intransitive verbs like read, relax, walk, etc. And the third type, the second type of verbs is intransitive verbs. Now, transitive verbs are English verbs that take only a direct object to be clear and to complete the sentence. For example, Lois bought a diamond ring. In this case, the verb bought is the transitive verb, and its direct object is diamond ring. The thing that is bought, without an object of some kind, this verb cannot function. If we say Lois bought, but what? In the same way, it happens in the second example. We have the subject plus an action verb followed by a direct object. The third example is, she loves English. The verb love is a transitive verb that requires a direct object. If the object were taken out, the result would be illogical, of course, and questions could be raised in the mind of the readers. For example, they could ask themselves, she loves what? What she loves? Here we have some transitive verbs. Then the third type of verbs is the transitive verbs. The transitive verbs are ones that takes a subject and two objects, a direct object and indirect object. For example, Peter gave his son a gift. Now, as we say, these transitive verbs are a little special because they have two complements. In this case, gift is the direct object, and the indirect object is the person Peter gave it to. So his son. Now, the second example is my parents showed me an amazing video. As the same way, the transitive verb show require a direct object and a direct object to complete its meaning in a better way. The last example is teacher told the students a story. In this case, we follow the pattern of the transitive verbs. We have the subject, teacher, the verb, the indirect subject, and the direct object, story. All of this in order to convey a clear message, of course. Now, copular verbs. What are copular verbs? These verbs join a noun, adjective, complement, or a preposition phrase to the subject of the sentence. The most common copular verbs are be, seem, appear, feel, and others. For example, the food tastes delicious. In this sentence, the copular verb is taste, and it is joining the adjective complement with the subject, that is food. The second example is she became an English teacher. At the same way, we have a subject and a copular verb followed by a noun phrase that modify the subject. The last example is your shirt looks beautiful. The copular verb looks is joining the adjective complement with the subject. If we take out the adjective, the complement, the sentence will be unclear, of course. Now, the last type of verbs is linking verbs. Now, these verbs usually connect the subject of the verb to an adjective phrase. And it does not have objects. For example, I am happy. In this case, the verb be is linking the subject to an adjective phrase, that is happy. Like the next example, that is he felt extremely sick. This adjective phrase is joined with the subject with the use of this linking verb felt. The last example is it seems strange. We have the subject, the linking verb, and the adjective phrase. If we realize this type of sentence, do not use an object. Thank you very much.